Welcome back to Let's Play. We left Italy directly, boarding a ferry to take us to Athens via the port of Patras on the east coast. Want to wait or converse?
Let's converse.
You're extra... Oh, we're talking to Monsieur Fogg.
Nice.
Let's talk about their health. How are you feeling? We must make haste. What about Athens? It has ancient history. And Cairo, Monsieur Fogg. You can pick up good false teeth in Cairo. Okay.
What the heck? I think given lag, it's probably better if you just do the full dialogue.
Sounds good. The boat was crowded with little room for luggage or perambulation.
But with plenty of characters.
Plenty of characters. I fell into broad conversation with a man named Monsieur Mikos, who worked in Venice, but was affianced. Affianced. Yeah, affianced to an Italian girl from a small village in Anatolia. It is best to marry outside of one's own, I tell you, he enthused, for we are all citizens of the world now, are we not? But do you not know? But don't you know the men and women of Paris? Why do you suppose that? I'm sure you are right. Love knows no borders.
People call themselves citizens of the world, and sometimes are really fucking weird.
As one of those folks in high school, I can tell you it is a. I think this is correct in noting that people have thought of themselves as citizens of the world, but looking at a world systems a theory perspective of it, it's a certain kind of people in the world who feel as though their borders extend to the whole world, as opposed to, I'll say maybe regional lack of border. I'm sure you're right, love knows no borders. It does not, he replied, but sadly money does, so I will not be buried for some time, I think. What is your work? Or surely money cannot hold back love.
What is your work? We understand money being a real fucking problem.
I work the ships, the ferries from Athens to Izmir. They're cheap, frequent, and fast. Perhaps I'll see you again. Our relations with Fogg have improved somehow.
Some of these relation things are not clear. Oh my god, it's not just a single hit. It
we can
down.
Do you want to tend to Fogg's to help some health? The ferry plowed on through the sun-dappled waters. I spent my time aboard playing canasta, waiting on my master's needs, talking to other passengers, or watching the scenery go by.
This is the exact kind of time where we would actually need to be on the clock.
Yeah, we're on the clock then.
Being on the clock creates a greater contrast for when shit pops off, you know?
Yeah. Waiting on my master's needs and bringing him tea, but I rather think he found my administrations tiresome. I stayed my course, or left him to it. I kind of think from what you're saying, stayed course.
Stay the course.
Because we know that this is the journey that, ticks the health meter down.
Yeah.
See, look, that goes up. Not put off by his foggish temper, and after a short while he perked up rapidly. As evening drew in, the boat turned towards the hovering coastline as we docked in Patras, where a small fleet of chuffing cars waited to take us across to Athens. Yay, chuffing cars.
Hey, what happens if Fogg dies?
That's a great question. I think it's game over. Let's plan. So yeah, we have that cheap route to Izmir, which will hopefully take us sort of around.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully talk to another passenger when we get there, so we can find some more routes.
Yeah, so let's sleep in this hotel, and then we'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow. Do you know world system theory? My master was not, as a rule, particularly interested in the fabulous locales and exotic cities we journeyed through.
What is world system theory?
World system theory is an idea of how to map sort of colonial relations, or rather imperial relations, I should say, but, I think one and the same. Talking about sort of core and peripheries and semi-peripheries as a way to describe various aspects of the world system. So, for example, to try and give a really sort of clear-cut version of it, Britain is the core from which things like manufactured and high-end goods are produced and are consequently much cheaper. And things that are from the periphery, the connections from the periphery to the core are built to extract wealth. I am vastly simplifying world system theory, but also then taking from it the things that I think are maybe most applicable to, especially this time frame, but generally overall, and the things that I agree the more with.
And
but
the things that are actually relevant to the steampunk genre this is lightly set in.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that I think that a lot of modern steampunk is doing right is that it's recognizing that sort of extractive, imperialist world system that is sort of present in early steampunk. We're doing that first one, Diego. Don't you dare shy away from the moderately horny answer. I saw you move the stick.
I saw that great contortionist move the stick too, eh?
Yep.
An arabesque panache.
Penché.
Mais oui, monsieur, I smiled sharply.
Not really. I want to compromise on not really because it's the coward's way out of.
Yeah, I had.
I didn't expect it to go like this.
To prove my rather specialized vocabulary nor my agile methods of language acquisition, despite my master's grasp of ancient Greek and the demotic variant more commonly spoken on the streets, eluded him. We were reduced to wandering at random, asking for direction through a combination of mime. Oh.
Combination of mime and what? Yeah! This is a thing that has been known to happen when Greek professors from America go to deliver speeches about Greek history.
Yeah.
It's people who know the Greek epics in the original ancient Greek and who don't necessarily know modern Greek.
Fantastic.
Asking for directions through a combination of mime, wa, apposite quotations from Homer, my master, and half-remembered flattery, moi encore. We picked our way through the labyrinthine streets of the Plaka and up to the Acropolis.
I think we should check our watch discreetly.
Yes.
That's what I would do. Ruins from the past held no attraction to me, especially when a decent night's sleep hung in the balance. As we stood admiring the architecture, I was rudely knocked into a small man with thick glasses. Watch yourself, monsieur. That doesn't seem like us. I caught his arm in case he should fall, or his hand flew to my wallet to ensure it was still there.
My hand flew to my wallet. Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't. I didn't see you switch to the one that was not bad.
Yes. I caught his arm in case he should fall, and he smiled and thanked me quickly. My apologies, he murmured. I left it at that. Take more care in the future, I advised. Too occupied by the sight, perhaps?
Too occupied by the sight.
I suggested cheerfully, and the man smiled. I have seen it many times before, though, yes, it is most impressive. He pulled out his hand to shake it. Dimitri Sophos, I am the owner of a modest shipping freight company based here. I blinked in surprise. Was this the man the drunken Fiametta had been so angry about? He seemed thoroughly harmless to me. And where do you sail? I inquired.
Yeah, do that first one. I know that we could probably get some stuff out of working with him, but we gotta.
No. Sophos smiled and pulled a pamphlet from his jacket that detailed the routes and timings. This is also good to us, though one of the most interest was a boat sailing to Cairo, which was leaving the next day.
Thanked him and promised to see him in the morning.
Yeah, he beamed and wobbled away. A man with sea legs, I observed. Your character is now courageous. This is very Arabian Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Get that route going.
Ooh,
Let's not go to
lots of
Izmir
new
anymore.
routes. Yeah. We must depart.
God, it's fucking 6:40 in the fucking morning.
No. Wait. Depart to Cairo, please. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. We just missed it. Dang it.
I mean, I guess we'll just fucking...
We'll fuck around for a day, no?
I guess. go down. Can you get that ferry or?
It departs tomorrow at 8 a.m., so we have to make sure to be there then. But we should go to the market here to make sure,
Okay.
see if we can get accordion. We don't need a fur coat. We don't need a bust of Apollo. Is there anything that we should sell here?
Well, so the European shipping timetable, we're out of Europe.
That's true. So we can do that. And we don't need our second. So we can consolidate.
Yes.
Do we want to sell our perfumed oils?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think
This is good. This is good to have.
Yes.
Okay.
Quite the flamboyant type, I see.
Yep, that's me. And just to make sure I'm not missing this, we can't quite go here yet. It's still.
But you can like plan it.
Yeah, it's just so that way we know. But we have to think of the actual real time and actually get up at 6 a.m. so we can depart at 8. We'll pass the night here. The remainder of the day, I afforded my master every service. I spent a few hours walking around. Independence.
Spend a few hours. Let's go for independence.
Found a nervous Greek woman who had mislaid a locket, which I spotted, and then, in between outbursts of laughter, I let slip that you could pick up tea sets in Antalya worth a huge amount in Riyadh. I thanked her. That's a nice thing to do.
Yes.
She shrugged and went about her affairs. Departure. Departure, departure, departure. To Cairo. To Cairo. Sweltering heat and mild seas. This is fine. We will tend to Monsieur Fogg.
Very cool boat.
I agree. We found a way to Sophos' ferry terminal in good time. We agreed to the owner, who was visiting to inspect his fleet. Passport 2, he cried cheerfully. Will you join me and drink some Retsina? We're already on the boat. Should we join the bastard and bastard work?
Gonna join what?
The bastard and bastard work?
What kind of bastard? Oh, yeah, that's fair. Let's not. I was gonna say we need to get close to him in order to plan his downfall, but perhaps not.
And our relationship with Fogg has increased, and we're staying with Fogg, so soon the rope slipped away in the rings from its ring, and we were away. I'm gonna wait just a moment before conversing to see if we can attend to Fogg.
Yeah, I also wanted to wait a second because an ambulance just drove by. Or no, a fire truck.
Let's converse. Let's see if we can find a way out of Cairo.
Madame Nikolai.
Can you tell me of Cairo? One can
heard
drive
of that
by
one?
private car from Cairo to Suez. The journey is a tiring one.
Okay.
Apparently collectors... Okay, we know about Suez. What is the furthest south? Can I see the map from here? If I hit the B button...
Not.
Probably not. What do we think is further south? I think...
Hail.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't know, but merchants in Muscat will pay very well from stopwatches from Haid. Okay, so we know how to get from Cairo to Suez.
And I mean, the Suez Canal is probably here right now, right?
Yeah.
We might have some Ever Given problems, but you know.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go to the Suez, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any boats that big. Sun was lowering, or the journey was mercifully brief.
First one.
All right. Sailors were stretched on the deck, enjoying a moment of calm. An hour or so later, they're swarming the rigs and masts and bringing us slowly into the bustling ports of Alexandria. As we came ashore, I gasped at the sight of a towering lighthouse, or I was too busy steadying myself on dry land.
Towering lighthouse.
That blazed a beacon of incredible golden light across the water. I'd never seen such a structure, or I had understood the lighthouse to be long since destroyed. Because I personally had long understood the lighthouse to be long since destroyed.
Yeah.
But I shrugged, no doubt that I misunderstood. The sailors gestured for us to follow. Short carriage ride to Cairo. I think that So we can...
Yes.
From the port, it was a short carriage ride to Cairo. Yeah, because otherwise we would just go to Suez.
Yes.
And let me plan. Yeah, it's just $13 there. Oh, we could just go right now. Do we want to do that?
Let's do that.
Great. And most of the health lost actually...
Ooh.
Yeah. See, this is steampunk. And there's some things about this game that I think talking about world systems theory, I hope come up to the same degree as passing through the South Pole, as did passing through the North Pole. We found a private driver to take us to Suez.
Like how it's fucking easy to get around in Europe.
Yeah, that's part of it. I think that's part of what makes this as a game work really well, is that, you know, the travel systems between European countries are, you know, railroads lead to Europe for colonial reasons, not away from it. The journey was quick enough to the roads here in Egypt that surprisingly well maintained that the car itself ran efficiently. The driver, how he kept so well, or did not want to tempt fate.
I asked how the driver how she kept it so well. We get some fucking techno battle.
There are many artificers here in Egypt, she replied. There's always been, of course. The guild was founded on the banks of the Nile. Artificers? I'd never heard of such a thing.
I kind of want to do I believe the guild was founded in France to get corrected and learn about the history of artificing.
I told her with galled Gaelic pride. She took her eyes from the road a moment to look at me, and then she shook her head and returned her attention to some extremely nimble driving.
What was it we were just talking about? What were we just...
You know, artificers. We'll have to sleep here and explore in the morning. The uniformed lamplighters lit the gas lamps as the sun set over the Suez, bathing the wide avenues of the city in a smoky yellow glow.
Let's wonder
Whether Suez's newfound fortune and wealth would prove enduring, and what would grow in place of the stylish hotels and manicured gardens if it did not. Let's explore. The market is not yet open.
Okay. We're gonna want to probably check out the market, maybe replenish our supplies.
I agree. There we go. See? Look at that. Look at that. I think probably if we stay in either Jeddah or Aden, we can try to head down that Swahili coast. I took a cope of tea in an extravagant little tea shop in Suez. Rich traders and adventurers, or keeping myself to myself?
Rich traders
and
adventurers.
I think we know. I was attempting to eavesdrop on an argument or get some service. No. Eavesdrop. We know who we are.
Yes.
Between a lady wearing a jewel-bordered hijab and an extravagantly mustachioed Egyptian man with a dark-skinned personage in an impeccably tailored but oil-stained jacket entered.
Let's catch the well-dressed man's eye. He's this guy's Passepartout.
And he came over to my table and greeted me softly accented French. Olivier Lepointe, dirigible pilot, at your service, monsieur.
Passepartout, valet and traveler.
A traveler, then, he shook my hand. My ship, the Gamila, soon departs on her maiden voyage.
Where's she headed?
Monsieur Lepointe sipped his tea. Not far, our destination is the provincial capital of Khartoum in Sudan. He gave me his card and a vivid description of Gamila. I had no doubt that I would spot Monsieur Lepointe's airship at the docks if we should desire to travel next to Khartoum.
Well, I was actually trying to figure out how to get us to Africa. Let's ride a fucking airship, dude.
Yeah, and we can do that, I think we can do that right now. I think we don't have to wait. So I think we should go to the market first and see if guide to African airships, we need that. What are we selling? Ship times? We don't need the ship times. We need the windscarf. Windscarf is important.
Yeah.
No to ship times. Hello, guide to Africa. We don't need our wool shirts, probably. I think this will... Yeah, I don't think we need this. Nor our wool trousers.
Yeah.
Do we want biscuits? Or a magnifying glass?
I think, where's the bolt of silk valuable?
Bombay and Agra, which seems to be to our... yeah. I don't think that'll help us here.
I think we should sell the oils. We're not getting anything from it.
I think we're good. No?
I think we're good. Yeah.
Ooh. Yes! Yes, look at all this! Perfect! Look at that! We can go all the way down!
Let's get to Baiyi.
And hopefully not run into too many towns with the letter K in them. No, we can't go to Khartoum! No!
No, just select Ujiji or Stone Town. We just can't stop in Khartoum.
Is that how we're saying it?
Yeah. We just don't
We have
stay
to.
in Khartoum,
We can't.
and we don't give them the time of day.
We can't go to
anything.
it. Because it's just between Suez and Khartoum. Here, I think we should go to Aden and see if we can get to Stone Town from there.
Isn't there something valuable that we can sell in Aden too? Check the market again for me.
Yeah, I think that might be the silk bolt. That's Agra. Nothing here is Aden.
Okay. Well, Bombay is in India.
Yeah.
So if we want to take maybe
But do we want to go through like Australia or have to go straight? I think we're not going to pass through India, at least on our way down here.
So do you think, and given the amount of time we have, do you want to fail the K objective in favor of just trying to get to the fucking South Pole?
No, I think we should go to Aden, and then from there we can go to Stone Town. And then that'll...
We'll see.
We'll see. I agree that we'll see. No, I don't want to plan. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I want to sleep in a hotel for the night. We need to afford our master every service. Or maybe polishing. Yeah. So you look at that health. Nice and healthy. Now we can depart. And we can depart to Jeddah. Preferably further to... Do we want... Yeah, we think Aden.
Yes.
And this is fine. This is luggage for 10 suitcases? Jesus Christ. There was much chatter and many embraces, or were you, of course, boarded in silence?
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
No one paid any attention, or now perhaps not. I fancied I sensed a pair of eyes fixed on us as we made our way aboard the Magnolia. Perhaps the sight of true English gentlemen is a wonder rarity in these parts, but when I looked around, they were gone.
Let's do the second.
Mongolia, you're right. But when I looked around, whoever had been watching us had quickly ducked away. Let's converse so we can see if we can figure out. Tell us about Aden. Site of volcano. Can we go from Aden to... Yeah, I guess. Ujiji is here through Stone Town. Okay.
Oh.
So maybe we can get there through Stone Town. Does that...
That might get us there.
Can we truly be departing Africa already, or a magnificent sight?
Magnificent sight.
I cried as the grand hotels and gaslit gardens of the city receded into the distance. Monsieur fogged up and looked at them dismissively. There will be many more such sights to come. We have quite a distance yet to travel. My master, I was learning, was as unvarying as the ship's chronometers. I longed to see some warmth, or I confess I found it comforting.
I found it comforting.
Such a reliable personage. Certainly he was incurious and perhaps even indifferent, but he was also dauntless. Without doubt...
I did think it said dumbass for a second.
He is also a dumbass. He was an eccentric gentleman upon even a more eccentric quest, but he was my eccentric gentleman, and I was determined to do my duty. That was the position I intended to keep.
The second.
Yep. Strengthened slightly.
So the way the guy described it, though, makes me think that we might be able to make it to Stone Town after all, and then get onto the airships.
Yeah, I think so. Monsieur Fogg spent his days playing whist with Sir Francis, a tall, fair fellow who had an old India hat, and as they say in the trade, it seemed Sir Francis was decent competition, or Sir Francis was traveling the full distance to Bombay.
full distance to Palm Bay, implying that Mr. Fogg is whipping his ass.
Good town, he declared. Good artificers, too. On the evening of the second day, we approached the city of Jeddah on the east coast of the Gulf.
I stood over Sir Francis's shoulder. Yes, indeed. I sent Mr. Fogg some hand signals.
Are we stopping? What kind of place is it?
What kind of place is it?
I asked the sailor, pointing over the rail. He shrugged. I've never been. The boat sails past, but pleasant enough, I suppose. I was taken by the sudden thought that perhaps we could put ashore. But I shook my head. We don't want to go to Jeddah.
We don't want to go to Jeddah.
If there's anything that I learned from the Star Wars story, Rogue One, you don't want to go to Jeddah.
No.
But I shook my head to clear the daydream that Mongolia would take us far, fast. Indecisive was not the Monsieur Fogg would want.
Hey, why does everybody say about Rogue One that nobody fucking remembers the names of the characters?
I think movies have an interesting relationship with character names because you have the 2 hours or whatever, but like part of a good movie is rewatchability. And I think noticing how many times a character's name gets said or in what importance a name gets said. I think with Rogue One especially, because it takes so much from like, a lot more from like war movies than the sort of epic parts of other Star Wars stuff, that names are a lot more casually noted. Like Chirrut and Baze is nearly a throwaway line because there's just so much.
Chirrut, not Chirrut?
There's the rub. I have no clue. It's been a while. Yeah. I think part of that confusion for me too is how much am I anglicizing a name said with an accent? How much was the name intended to be said with that accent, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. We're in the McClunky verse now, so.
Monsieur Fix. Who is Monsieur Fix? You're making a tour of the world in 80 days, he exclaimed, eyes wide as saucers. It's a wager.
It is a wager.
Gentlemen are strange creatures and given to stranger fancies to fill their time. Monsieur Fix looked rather shrewd. It must be an expensive business, all this travel.
My master is wealthy enough.
I considered it gauche to discuss financial matters. Yes, of course, my companion agreed laughingly, though his mustache twitched like a pendulum. All the same, what a singular endeavor.
My man's got jiggle physics.
Like Mario's nose.
Yeah.
I asked him what he knew of Aden. We want to know about Aden. It's a refueling stop for the European trade with the Indian subcontinent, as you know, he told me.
How does this keep coming up?
We're traveling to places, and we're European.
Yeah.
There is a fast boat to Muscat, which is a notorious airship pirate port.
Bro!
Do we want to go to the airship pirate port? God. No, it has a K in it. Does it have a K in it?
It does. No, it's a C.
Okay, good. I think Monsieur Fix dragged me into the deck, saying, only you will not want to miss this, my friend. Through the sea mist I saw an immaculate city of Aden, nestled in the caldera of a volcano, bounded by sheer black cliffs and crystal blue sea. They're both the same.
Yeah.
Perhaps your master would want to see it also, Fix asked. I could send one of the deckhands to fetch him.
Yeah, we gotta get him.
Excellent, Fix replied. We get him out of his cabin for a short while. Then there was something curious in his tone. I said I would go myself.
Curious in his tone?
Which made me pause. I did not pause for long. Well now, remarked my master's voice coolly from behind us. I turned to see he had emerged from below decks to his own accord. Aden, and on time. Monsieur Fix stiffened and glanced at my master, or I made to introduce the two.
Stiffened and glanced. Give him history.
With what implication I could not say. We docked, and...
I made a point to find Fix.
He pumped my hand and remarked, see again, perhaps. Rather ominously, I thought.
You should put some pictures of Aden, the city, in the thing, because I just looked it up. It's a real place, and it is actually built into the caldera of a volcano.
Gorgeous. I will have to do that. American train timetables, neck cushion, for seats on an airship.
False passport.
False passport. Jack passenger.
Scented candle.
If we are
Oh,
going to Muscat,
valuable in Muscat.
let's take it. Please let me take it. And I think I'm gonna sell the playing cards so that we can get the neck cushion.
Okay.
If we are wanting to go on airships.
Yeah. That looks good. And yeah, I want airship pirates. It might start getting us more southernly.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. We could also actually wait. When does that depart? I want to know. Please, 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 game. Just like now. Oh, well. We'll pass the night here, and I think we'll continue our trip exploring through this volcano next time on Let's Play.